It's not easy getting your kids to eat fish, even if it is good for them. But wrap it up in batter? Now that's a different story. And who makes better battered fish than Captain Highliner? Highliner Foods is located in Lunenburg, Nova Scotia. And they make some of the tastiest prepared fish products you can buy. Our favorite? The English Battered Haddock. Highliner's wild-caught haddock arrives at the Lunenburg plant in 16.5-pound frozen blocks. The Lunenburg plant processes approximately 24,000 pounds of haddock in a single day. That is a lot of fish. In order to maintain food safety, the haddock remains frozen during the entire battering process. The blocks are frozen and shipped at a very low temperature, so to make them more workable, each block is first passed through a machine called the radar. The radar is like a giant microwave oven that slightly defrosts the fish while still keeping it frozen. Once ready, they're placed on a pallet and moved to the processing line. Here, each block is unboxed and placed in the proportioner. The proportioner pushes each block of haddock into a series of blades that cut it into more manageable pieces. A worker feeds these pieces through another series of blades that slice the blocks into individual portions. Each portion is equal in thickness and weight. As the newly cut portions move down a conveyor, they're inspected by hand to ensure they're ready for battering. Broken or misshapen portions are removed. Next, the fish is fed into a liquid bath that consists of a water and starch mixture. This mixture acts as a binding agent for the breader. Once each piece is thoroughly coated, the fish then moves on to the breading stage. Here, a generous coating of breader mixture is pressed onto each portion of fish. The breader mixture will give the tempura something to hold on to so that it doesn't simply slide off the fish. Tempura batter is constantly being mixed with water so that there is always constant supply for the production line. The tempura is poured onto a wire conveyor system that ensures each fish portion is fully coated. Once coated in batter, the fish passes through an air system that removes any excess batter and is then fed into the deep fryer. The deep fryer temperature is maintained using a series of propane-fed heating nozzles. Each fish portion is quickly deep fried. This is just enough time to cook the tempura batter and keep it from falling off the fish, but not long enough to fully defrost the fish itself. As the fish portions come out of the deep fryer, they are air-cooled and then inspected by hand. A worker inspects and pulls apart any portions that may have become attached to each other. Now that the fish portions are battered and cooked, they move to the freezing stage. The freezers at Highliner are rather unique and incorporate a spiraling conveyor system that moves at a constant speed. The freezers are also very cold. Each fish portion starts at the bottom of the freezer and slowly moves to the top. After approximately 45 minutes, the fish leaves the freezer ice cold and ready for packaging. Once the fish has left the freezer, it moves along a series of conveyors and chutes to the bagging area. First, the fish is fed into the multi-head scale. Here, 14 buckets are used to weigh the fish. Then, the scale releases however many buckets are required to total approximately 680 grams. This will be the final weight of each finished box of haddock. Once weighed, the fish falls into the bagging machine. This machine is able to create bags from a continuous roll of plastic bagging material. Once the fish has been portioned and bagged, it moves to the boxing area. The box folder takes flat sheets of pre-printed card and folds them into finished boxes. A barcode scanner first scans each box to ensure that the label on the box matches the contents being placed inside the box. Workers then fill each box with a bag of fish. Now all the boxes are full. The date is printed onto each box flap using an inkjet printer. The boxes move to a series of square rollers that shake the box contents so that the lid can be closed properly. They then pass a scale that weighs each box to ensure it meets requirements. Finally, the lids are glued and closed. Once the fish has been packaged and sealed, each box passes first through a metal detector. The metal detector can detect metal that is as small as a pinhead and ensures that no metallic pieces are in the product. The boxes then pass through a camera system that takes a photo to ensure there's no damage. If a box is damaged, it's quickly ejected from the production line. Completed and undamaged boxes are placed into cartons of 6 by a robotic system and are sent up a conveyor line to the automatic palletizer. Here, the cartons are placed onto a pallet, layer by layer. Each pallet is then rolled into the giant freezer area for storage until they are shipped to customers all over Canada.